Thank you for the chance given to me, the Honorable the Committee of ECOSIA International Conference, the Honorable all of the member House of ECOSIA International Conference. I'm Bringo Chaputra from the University of Trisakti, along with Ibu Yolanda Masnita. I will present our paper research entitled Achieving Halal Brand Equity Using Social Exchange Theory to Compete the Halal Food Industry. We are from the University of Trisakti, Jakarta, Indonesia, and we are so glad to be participating in the ECOSIA International Conference. So what is actually the background of this study? The Muslim population will reach more than a quarter of the world populations, and it would be the largest in 2070. As you can see on the screen, global health market industry contributes a lot of huge amount of sales from 2009 to 2024, and a lot of global company has put attention on it into her market, such as you can see on the screen, Nestle, Unilever, KFC, and so on and so forth. And what is actually the Indonesia's position on halal market? As we know, Indonesia has the largest Muslim population in the world in 2021, and it was projected to be the second largest Muslim population by 2030. And Indonesia has ranked 4 in the global Islamic economic indicator scores. In terms of halal food, Indonesia ranked 4 after Malaysia, Singapore, and UAE, and it rose 8 positions due to the increase significantly in halal food export to the OIC member countries. So what is the importance of this research? To do the high competition in halal market, brand equity is the capital of a company to increase its value. By achieving halal equity result in better competitive advantage and more significant margin opportunities. Thus, it is actually vital to identify the factors affecting brand equity, such as brand image, brand trust, brand satisfaction, and brand loyalty. The novelty of this research is that the previous research done by Han found there is no considerable effect of Halal Brand Trust on Halal Brand Equity. But Nguyen Fit and Nguyen An found a positive effects of Brand Trust on Brand Equity. Thus, this study's novelty is to analyze further the effects of Halal Brand Trust on Halal Brand Equity by using Halal Brand Loyalty as the mediators. We conducted this research by using social exchange theory, and there is a several definition about these variables, but due to the limitation of the time, let's go further. So we proposed 5 hypotheses here, and as you can see on the screen, the 5th hypothesis is our novelty. We are examining whether the Halal Brand Loyalty successfully mediated the Halal Brand Trust on Halal Brand Equity or not. So in these methods of the research, we're using causal research, cross-sectional, 5-point Likert scale, and by using SAM, we use primary data and non-probability sampling. And the criteria that's set to be the respondent of the study is the customer of halal footprints. We conducted validity and reliability tests, then goodness fit of tests before conducting hypothesis testing. Let's move further to the result of the hypothesis testing. The first hypothesis is supported. There is a positive effects of Halal Brand Image on Halal Brand Satisfactions. It supports the finding of Han and Dam and Dam. The second hypothesis is not supported. Halal Brand Satisfaction has no considerable effects on Halal Brand Equity, and it contradicts with the finding of Han, but supports the finding of Sarik and Jill Saura. The fourth hypothesis is supported. There is a positive effects of Halal Brand Image on Halal Brand Trust. It supports the finding of Han and Hadinata. The third hypothesis is not supported. Halal Brand Satisfaction fails to mediate the effect of Halal Brand Image on Halal Brand Equity. It contradicts the finding of Han. And the last hypothesis, the Halal Brand Loyalty successfully mediates the effect of Halal Brand Trust on Halal Brand Equity. Let's move further into the manager implication that we can get from this study. In achieving Halal Brand Equity, the managers of halal food products should focus themselves on Halal Brand Image, Halal Brand Trust, and Halal Brand Loyalty, rather than on focusing themselves on Halal Brand Satisfaction, because in the study, customers tend to not consider about Halal Brand Satisfaction. The study has several limitations, but the most interesting things is that most of the respondents of the study are Muslim, but there are several amount of non-Muslim that participating in this research. So it is better actually conduct a study with a larger non-Muslim respondent. It will be more interesting to obtain better result in consumer behavior. So I think that's all about our research presentation. Thank you so much for your attention.